Erin Lowry's Broke Millennial, Stop Scraping By and Get Your Financial Life Together is a direct and practical guide aimed at millennials who feel overwhelmed by money but want to finally get a grip on their financial lives. It doesn't assume you have prior financial knowledge, and it certainly doesn't talk down to you. Instead, it acts like a brutally honest friend who's been through it and wants you to avoid the same pitfalls. Lowry begins by making it clear that personal finance is emotional, and your money habits are often rooted in how you were raised. She encourages readers to reflect on their earliest money memories and think about how those experiences shape present-day behavior, whether it's anxiety about checking your bank balance, guilt about spending, or avoidance altogether. From there, Lowry walks you through the foundation of taking control, starting with a clear-eyed look at budgeting. But instead of simply giving you a template, she offers several different methods, like the 50/20/30 rule or the zero-based budget, and helps you figure out which suits your psychology. She insists that the best budget is the one you'll actually follow and pushes the reader to track their expenses for a full month, not just to record the data but to analyze spending patterns that are sabotaging progress. The book repeatedly emphasizes intentionality. Your money should go where you want it to go, not leak out mindlessly. Debt is tackled early, because it's the reality for many. Lowry doesn't scold readers for having student loans or credit card balances. Instead, she teaches how to understand the terms of your debt, interest rates, minimum payments, payoff timelines, and then walks through payoff strategies like the avalanche, highest interest first, and snowball, smallest balance first. She stresses that the emotional win from paying off one small debt can be more motivating than just doing what's mathematically efficient. If you're feeling ashamed about your debt, she tells you it's okay, but also that shame isn't an excuse to stay stuck. One of the core messages in the book is that financial freedom starts with knowledge, and knowledge starts with asking questions you might have avoided. This is especially true when it comes to credit. Lowry demystifies the credit score, what it is, what affects it, and how to build it if you're starting from scratch or recovering from bad credit. She makes it actionable by walking you through how to check your report, dispute errors, open the right kind of credit cards, and use them responsibly. Home buying gets its own chapter too, but Lowry doesn't glamorize it. She lays out the cold hard numbers of down payments, closing costs, property taxes, and maintenance. She doesn't try to persuade anyone to buy a house, but rather helps readers determine whether renting or buying actually makes sense for their personal goals. Her approach is grounded in reality, especially for readers living in high-cost urban areas. Throughout the book, Lowry keeps returning to the idea that personal finance is exactly that, personal. She resists one-size-fits-all solutions and instead gives readers a toolkit. You're encouraged to customize your budget, your goals, your strategies, and even your timeline. The unspoken thesis of the book is that financial wellness isn't a destination but a series of decisions made over time, ideally from a place of awareness and purpose. Lowry also addresses the fear of starting late or making mistakes. She's compassionate about setbacks, whether it's maxed out credit cards, getting fired, or even just having no idea what to do. Her tone is reassuring but firm. You're not broken, you're just not informed yet. And the great news is, learning is free, and action can start today, no matter how small. The final chapters tie all of these themes together by encouraging financial independence, not just in the sense of retiring early or being rich, but in the emotional sense of not being afraid of money anymore. Lowry frames money management as an act of self-respect and self-determination. You don't have to be perfect, but you do have to be engaged. The overall message is one of empowerment. You can get your financial life together, and you don't have to wait until you've figured it all out to begin. Ultimately, Broke Millennial is a book about action. It doesn't pretend that changing your financial life will be quick or easy, but it makes the process feel possible, and even a little fun. It's a call to stop panicking, start planning, and move toward a version of adulthood where you're not constantly anxious about money. Lowry gives you the steps, the mindset, and the motivation. The rest is up to you. Another major theme is that saving isn't about luck or large paychecks, it's about habits. Lowry explains how to automate savings to remove the emotional burden of willpower. She challenges the myth that you need to wait until you earn more to start saving and urges readers to build an emergency fund as a non-negotiable step. She offers multiple ways to start small, including the classic, pay yourself first, method, and even breaks down how to do this if your income is inconsistent or freelance. The book then transitions into investing, which is where many beginner guides lose people, but not here. Lowry doesn't overload you with jargon. Instead, she explains the key principles of investing: compound interest, risk versus reward, diversification, in simple terms. She introduces retirement accounts like 401(k)s and IRAs, explains what index funds are, and makes a strong case that starting early is far more important than starting with a lot. Her tone is persuasive but not pushy. She gives you the tools, but you make the call. Lowry doesn't shy away from the social side of money, especially how finances affect relationships. She gives concrete advice on how to talk about money with friends, how to navigate awkward situations like group dinners or shared travel, and how to say, "I can't afford it," without feeling ashamed. She also tackles romantic relationships, giving tips for how and when to have the money talk with a partner, what to ask, and how to spot financial red flags. Salary negotiation is another critical skill covered. Lowry teaches you how to research your market value, prepare for a negotiation, and respond to offers with confidence. She emphasizes the importance of advocating for yourself, especially as many millennials enter the workforce during a time of job precarity and wage stagnation. She also addresses the fear many people, especially women, have about asking for more and helps the reader reframe negotiation as a professional responsibility, not a favor. One of the more refreshing parts of the book is her take on lifestyle inflation. Lowry warns against the urge to spend more just because you earn more. She offers strategies to set lifestyle boundaries in advance, such as choosing to keep rent below a certain percentage of your income or committing to saving all bonuses and raises, so you don't end up feeling like you're still broke even with a better paycheck. The book also looks at the long-term picture of financial planning, encouraging readers to articulate what financial success actually looks like for them. Is it homeownership? Freedom from debt? Traveling freely? She pushes the idea that your goals should guide your financial decisions, not just cultural expectations. To this end, she introduces SMART goal planning: specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, time-bound, and encourages regular check-ins with your finances.